T.I.'s son, King Harris, has been arrested after not appearing in court and some other things connected to his...
Seda reached out to me looking to make a deal on behalf of T.I. and Tiny. And I told Steve Seda that my clients want justice. So if the deal involves Tiny and T.I. turning themselves in and admitting to the crime that they've committed, then fine, we got a deal. But if it does not, then I would prefer to have the investigators do their work and to bring criminal charges against Tiny and T.I.
My son, think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and their grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep it up, his ass going to prison.
The story of King Harris, the son of rap legend T.I., has taken a dark and shocking turn that nobody saw coming. What started off as a kid living in the spotlight, always caught between privilege and pressure, has now spiraled into one of the most dangerous chapters of his young life. Reports are flooding in about King being viciously attacked while locked up behind bars, and the details are wild enough to sound like something straight out of a movie.
So the dynamics here are interesting, but I can't judge how the parenting has gone, because everything that we've seen has been stuff that many of us would have said or similar if we saw our children do this. But I will say this, a lot of what's happening is because it's in the public. Like most children don't have to do this in the public.
Criticism as I receive about my son, I would like to shed light on the fact. We all got bad kids, okay? Now listen, don't make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad kids. Try to take the good with the bad and just let them know, you go into prison if you keep it up. I don't wish it on him, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish it on him. And I love him through it. Whatever he going through, I love him through the different challenges and adversities. He want to be tested and be graded on his response to whatever his skill set is in that area. Not, oh, well, he did bad because he...
According to the circulating story, King found himself in the middle of a jailhouse brawl that escalated way beyond what anyone expected. Some witnesses claim it wasn't just a random fight. They say it looked calculated, like someone had it out for him from the jump. The words being used, brutal, planned, and merciless. That paints the picture of an ambush, not just a quick scuffle. And now, the consequences have left him allegedly fighting for his life with his family torn apart.
Became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son, congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
And the public stunned by how fast things escalated. This ain't just another celebrity headline. This is survival, reputation, and raw family heartbreak colliding all at once. King Harris has always been in the eye of controversy, and that spotlight can be heavy. Ever since he was younger, people online have been saying things about him, calling him out for being cocky, for flexing his dad's fame, or for getting caught up in wild behavior that didn't match his age. Social media clips of him arguing, acting out, or clashing with critics went viral more than once, painting him as the troublemaker of the Harris family. And while some laughed it off as just a rich kid acting out, others felt like it was a warning sign of bigger problems down the road.
Yeah, like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep, and the truth be told, before this I ain't been getting no sleep, you know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle, lifestyle just lifing, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And he like to walk around the house.
Fast forward, and now it feels like all those warning signs might have exploded into reality. Jail isn't just a place where you sit quiet and serve time. It's a place where your name, your background, and even your family ties can make you a target.
Really admire his dedication and commitment to the craft, because, I kind of told him, what was wrong about it. You should be rapping about the things in your life that you have in common with other people who may not live like you.
How do you feel with Because now that the evolved T.I. is also the even more of a father T.I. because not only are you just a father, you have to be a father in the industry because all your kids are in the industry.
Man, damn. Yeah, that's I ain't see that one.
Like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're cat.
The fact that King is T.I.'s son adds a whole other layer to the story because people behind those walls know who you are, and clout can make you a victim real quick. That's what makes this attack so chilling. Some say it wasn't random at all, but more like a statement aimed at him personally. The aftermath has been heartbreaking to watch because T.I., a man who built his whole career on strength, hustle, and protecting his name, is now being painted as a father begging for his son's safety. Imagine the tables turning like that. This is the same T.I. who spent years in the rap game battling rivals, holding his own in beefs and fighting legal battles of his own. And now, he's reportedly in tears, calling out for his son's release or demanding better treatment while King clings to life. Fans are reacting with shock, some sending prayers, others pointing fingers about how this situation even happened in the first place.
And kind of woosah yourself outside of the public opinion, then I think, because I tell you what, I have the greatest, most extensive family photo album. I can document and I could go back to when King was Eris's age. I can go back to when Major was my granddaughter's age.
So I ain't know
Get
Tupac
out!
was an actor.
Get out!
I thought that was a lookalike Tupac.
What are you talking about? You never seen Juice?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was a lookalike Tupac.
What about when they say Tupac Shakur on the screen?
I ain't see that.
Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't watch the credits.
How could you?
Did the system fail King by not protecting him in custody? Or did his own attitude over the years finally catch up with him? The internet is split, with one side saying free King and the other side saying he brought this on himself. Either way, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about clout or jail fights or celebrity kids acting out anymore. This is about life and death, about a young man teetering between survival and tragedy while the whole world watches. When news broke about King Harris being attacked, the streets lit up with conversation, and the rumors started spinning faster than wildfire. People were asking, how could this even happen? How does the son of T.I., a millionaire with connections and influence, end up in a jail so dangerous that he's literally fighting for his life? Some voices say the answer is simple. Fame doesn't buy you respect behind those walls. In jail, your last name doesn't mean protection. It can actually make you more of a target. Word spreads fast inside, and when somebody like King shows up, everybody knows who he is within minutes. Some inmates might see it as an opportunity to gain status by testing him, while others could be carrying personal grudges or just chasing clout. Think about it. If you put hands on the son of one of Atlanta's biggest rap icons, people outside those bars are going to be talking about you forever. That makes King an instant trophy in a system that already runs on power games, intimidation, and violence. For some, going after him might have felt like making a name for themselves, and sadly, it looks like King paid the price. Now here's where things get even more twisted. Reports suggest that this wasn't just a random prison yard fight, but something much darker. Some whispers claim the attack was set up, that King was lured or cornered into a spot where he had no way out. Imagine that for a second. A teenager already under heavy scrutiny because of his family ties, suddenly ambushed by multiple people with nothing to lose. The descriptions floating around use words like planned and organized. And if that's true, it means King was being watched from the moment he got inside. Some say it could have been envy, people resenting him for his lifestyle outside of jail. The designer clothes, the flashy chains, the way he carried himself on Instagram like he was untouchable. Others hint that maybe it had less to do with him and more to do with who his father is. Because let's not forget, T.I. has his share of enemies in the music industry and in the streets. Whatever the motive, the result was the same. King ended up in critical condition, rushed out of jail and into the hospital, leaving fans horrified at how real the situation had gotten. On the outside, the fallout has been explosive. Social media is packed with videos, tweets, and live streams all debating what this means for the Harris family. Some fans are showing love, sending prayers, and hoping King makes it through. Others are dragging him, saying that this is the result of acting tough on camera, flashing money, and thinking fame makes you untouchable. Then you've got the conspiracy theories, people suggesting that King was intentionally placed in a dangerous facility, that the system wanted to make an example out of him, or even that rivals set the whole thing up to send a message to his father. T.I. himself has been at the center of the storm, with sources saying he's furious, heartbroken, and desperate to get his son out of harm's way. For a man who built his empire on being the king of the South, this is a blow that cuts deeper than music, money, or pride. This is personal, raw, and painful. Watching your child nearly lose their life in a place where you can't protect them is a nightmare that no parent, no matter how powerful, can escape. And the crazy part, this story is still unfolding, with every new detail making the situation look darker and more complicated. As King Harris lays in critical condition, the bigger conversation is exploding way beyond just him or his famous family. People are looking at this case as a mirror of something much larger, how fame, clout, and a reckless lifestyle can put someone in positions they're not ready for. King has always been a magnet for attention, whether it was posting videos of himself arguing with strangers, getting into public confrontations, or flexing in ways that rubbed people the wrong way. To his supporters, that was just King being King, a loud personality born into fame, still trying to figure out who he is. But to critics, it was a sign of arrogance, proof that he was inviting trouble. Now, after this attack, those critics are louder than ever, saying he finally realized the hard truth. In the real world, and especially behind bars, there are no cameras, no filters, and no superstar protection. That lesson is harsh, and it's being played out under the harshest spotlight possible. His life on the line, his family in panic, and the public dissecting every move like it's a reality show gone wrong. It's a brutal reminder that celebrity kids aren't immune to the dangers of the streets, no matter how famous their parents are. Meanwhile, the Harris family's response has only added more drama to the firestorm. T.I. and Tiny, both known for standing firm when it comes to family, are being pushed into the hardest test of their lives. Imagine being a father like T.I., who spent decades building a reputation as a hustler, a businessman, and a protector, now watching his son become a victim in a place where money and power mean nothing. The pain on his face in recent appearances has been undeniable, with insiders saying he's been making calls nonstop, trying to get his son moved or demanding answers about how an attack like this was even possible. The internet is eating it up, with clips of T.I. trending, fans crying out for justice, and critics dragging him with claims that his parenting failed. Some are even saying that King's past behavior, the cocky interviews, the constant internet arguments, was a cry for help that T.I. ignored until it was too late. Whether fair or not, that judgment is out there, and it's making this whole ordeal even more painful to watch. The Harris family isn't just battling the legal system or the jailhouse anymore. They're battling public opinion, and that fight can sometimes be just as ruthless. The bigger question now is simple but terrifying. What's next? If King pulls through, this could be a wake-up call like no other, forcing him to rethink his path and how he wants to be remembered. Will he come out of this more humble, ready to rebuild his image and focus on growth? Or will the trauma leave scars that follow him forever, keeping him trapped in the cycle of controversy that's been surrounding him for years? And if the unthinkable happens, the impact would be devastating, not just for his family, but for the culture as a whole. Because King isn't just some anonymous figure. He's the son of a hip-hop heavyweight, someone who grew up in the public eye, and his story has always been tied to the legacy of T.I. The tragedy of watching him fight for survival in this way would leave a permanent stain on the industry. A cautionary tale about fame, choices, and the dangers lurking when the line between image and reality gets blurred. Right now, all eyes are locked on King Harris, with fans praying, critics dissecting, and the world waiting to see if this young man can claw his way back from the edge. One thing is for sure, this isn't just a family crisis anymore. It's a cultural moment, raw and unforgettable, that's reminding everybody just how fragile life really is when the cameras turn off and the drama turns deadly.